Don't look so alive. All right. So my recording is officially going. So quickly, I just wanted to answer any questions about, hopefully you guys at least started your vocabulary homework that is due tomorrow by 8 a.m. I just wanted to go over any of our vocab words we had trouble with. I had a student yesterday asking about contradicting. So I want to go through contradictions or contradicting, however you want to say it, a little bit more. So I'm going to give you an example of contradiction. Contradiction is when you like say one thing and then you kind of like do the opposite of it. So for example, if I was at a pizza party and someone was like, hey, what do you want on your pizza? And if I said, you know what, anything, I like all type of pizza. Okay, that's what I said. And then Abigail gets on the phone and she's ordering the pizza and she says she wants a pizza with pepperoni, sausage, and mushrooms. And then if I said, oh, I don't like mushrooms on my pizza, I just contradicted myself because I originally said I like any type of pizza, but then I said, oh, I don't like mushrooms. That would be a contradiction. I said one thing, but in the end, it wasn't the exact same thing. Okay? Or if I said, oh, I'm so hungry, I'm going to eat, 10 rolls, but then I only eat 8. Well, I guess I wasn't hungry enough to eat 10. That would kind of be a contradiction. Okay? Is that better? Say one thing, kind of do another. Okay. Does anyone have any other questions about any of your vocab homework, or do we want to review any more vocabulary words before I continue on? Anyone going once, going twice? Okay. Then, if we're good on vocab, remember your vocab homework. It was 6 questions. By the way, number your questions. Do not put it in a giant paragraph. You should have number 1, capital letter, restate, answer, period. Number 2, capital letter, restate, question, answer, punctuation, and so on, okay? That is due by 8 a.m. tomorrow. If we are good on vocab, I need you all to hop onto HMH to our story. It's actually a play. It is called Living Green. I need you on the prepare to read page of Living Green, okay? Oh, gosh. Living Green. I'll give you guys about 2 minutes to get there. I know HMH sometimes takes a while to load. Olivia.
Are we going to have to play out?
We're gonna.
Can I be Republican?
I'll have certain characters, but we're not actually going to be acting. No.
Okay.
Miss Kneifel,
Mark.
if I like last play, I'm going to put on an accent if I get a part.
Okay.
I'm going to do an accent.
We don't have that many. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's only 4 people. Landon. People in the back. Boys. Right now, you are getting on HMH to Living Green. You should be on the prepare to read page. Once you are there, put your hand on top of your head. That way I know you're there. On the prepare to read page. Yes, Olivia. We are not going to be making any noises, friends, okay? Get it together. Connor. All right, you may put your hands down if they're up. If you're not quite there yet, just get there. I'm just going to start talking. So, this, it's another shorter read. It's only a few pages long, but it's called Living Green, and it is a play. What makes a play a play? And someone please raise their hand and tell me what makes a play a play. Abigail?
It has like people and different people.
Okay, it has different people. And what about the people, Abrielle? Okay, the people talk. What else? There's something super important we're missing. There's characters, there's people, they talk. What are we missing? Mia? Yes, so a play is a story that can be performed for an audience, okay? If we wanted to, we could get the characters and we could do all the motions and we could do everything. So a play is something that can be preformed or acted out for an audience, and that's what makes a difference from a regular story. So, play. This is the first little bullet of the prepare to read page. Plays develop characters and reveal a plot through dialogue or conversation. So someone in your own words, explain to me what dialogue is. In your own words, what is that? Bryden. Between one or more people. Dialogue is when people are talking. So in a play, it is almost strictly dialogue because it's me talking, and then it's Logan talking, and then it's me talking, and then it's Abigail talking, then it's Logan talking, and then it's blah, 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 blah. So a play is basically strictly dialogue, but in a play, it doesn't have like the quotes as in, like, quote, I really like pizza, quote, said Abby. Okay, it doesn't say that. Instead, we know we've read a play before. It'll say Abby, colon, I really like pizza. Logan, colon, I like pizza too. Right? So instead of having the quotes and she said or he said, it's just that person's name. So the whole story is dialogue. Okay? And it also says authors may use informal language to make the dialogue realistic. What do they mean by informal language? Does that mean they're talking like gibberish? No, they're not talking gibberish. What does it mean by informal language? Informal language. Mark, you want to try? Is your hand up for that or is your hand up for something else?
No, sorry, I accidentally had it raised.
Ethan. So Ethan said like slang, and it's not necessarily slang, but think about when you're typing out a sentence, like, for example, if you're talking about your favorite type of pizza, okay? This is Knife's going to write herself a paragraph about my favorite type of pizza, okay? I would say, type, indent, capital letter. My favorite type of pizza is cheeseless pepperoni sausage pizza. My favorite pizza place is AJ's Pizza Co. in Chesterton, period. The dough is super delicious. The sauce is sweet. And I really like how the sausage is ground, period. My husband also really likes AJ Pizza Co. We often go to AJ's all the time. That would be a paragraph that I would type out. Now, if me and Mia were having a conversation about my favorite type of pizza, and Mia was like, hey, Mrs. Knife, what's your favorite type of pizza? I'd be like, you know what, Mia? I really like cheeseless sausage pepperoni pizza from AJ's. I think it's really good. Okay? Informal language, put your hand down, Brandon. Informal language is how sometimes people talk different than how they write. So in a story, not in a play, not in real life, in a story, we are writing a little bit more formal, okay? It's super thorough. But in a play, just like in real life dialogue, it can be a little informal, meaning it's more like how people talk. Like in a play, Mia might say, okay, cool. All right, well, in a story, there probably isn't going to, in a regular character story, Mia's probably not going to, it's not going to say, okay, cool, Mia said. It's going to be like, that's all right with me, Mia said. Okay? So informal just means, I don't want to necessarily say slang, but it's more about how we talk out loud more than how it's written, okay? Because we don't always write like how we talk, especially Mrs. Kneifel and other people as well. Yeah, I like cheeseless pizza. Fun fact. So, anyways, little bit more like how regular people talk. So we're gonna be on the lookout for that in our story, a little bit more informal language, because our characters in our story are like 5th graders as well, which are you guys. So we're gonna be on the lookout for something that's more a little bit informal on how they say stuff. Our second bullet. Plays include stage directions within parentheses to help set the scene and tell what the characters are doing. So in your own words, what are those parentheses for? The stage directions tell us what? Do we have to read the stage directions aloud, first off? No, the stage directions are there for if we decided to act out the play. Mia, what are they for? Right, so if Mrs. Kneifel is in a play and I'm the pizza delivery person, and it's going to say, parentheses, pizza delivery knocks on classroom door.
Are you ready for the presentation?
Sure.
If not, it's okay. I can move on.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, we are going to have a presentation for the heart challenge. So right now, I'm going to leave you guys up and live. She's going to come in and do the presentation, and then we will get back in 1 minute, okay? So everyone stay on, everyone here. Don't shut your computers all the way. Just close it a little bit and look at the screen, okay?
If you don't have access to the video, it's kind of okay. It's up to you.
Oh, I can pull
Okay, it's no worries. And we don't need it now. Just I think sometimes fifth grade are a little mature for it, so it's up to you. Okay. Go ahead and start. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi, fifth grade. My name is Mrs. Bruce, and I'm with the American Heart Association. A lot of you look familiar, even though you have masks on. I hope that you guys remember. I usually come and talk to you guys every year in the gym about the Kids Heart Challenge. Obviously, we can't meet in the gym this year, so I'm going to every little classroom. So if I say the wrong word, if I forget something, I think this might be my 15th one. I didn't pretend to remember keep track, so just give me a break. I've had a mask on all day, and so I'm just like, my heart's just pumping. Yeah, which is a good thing, right? Because that means that it's a good thing, right? So if you remember, we're going to be doing the Kids Heart Challenge coming up, and just to kind of a friendly reminder, I know you guys have heard this probably a million times. If you've been here since kindergarten, you probably hear me talk about it every year. But what we do at American Heart Association is we fight heart disease and stroke. So fifth grade, I know that you're mature enough to hear this. I didn't talk to the younger kids about this, but heart disease is the #1 killer in our country, more than all other things combined. So that means a lot of people are passing away from having bad hearts. And that's talking about kids that are born with heart defects. We're talking about teenagers that maybe had a bad heart that wasn't detected when they were born. Could be an adult that maybe didn't make the best choices when they were growing up. Maybe they didn't drink enough water. Maybe they used tobacco or vaping products. There are all kinds of things. So we're helping all those different people and raising money for that with the American Heart Association. So the Kids Heart Challenge is coming up. And basically what's going to happen is you guys are going to all do some fun, heart healthy activities with Miss Williams in the PE classes before spring break. But before that, what our goal is this year and our mission, which you'll see from the video, is to get every student in the school registered online and taking the Heart Healthy Challenge. So the challenges are drinking more water, moving more, and being kind. So we're hoping that with your family, you'll go ahead and do those things. And then while you're online, if you choose to want to fundraise and raise money for people with sick and special hearts, that's up to you. I think everyone here, I know everyone here, knows somebody that's been affected. You might not remember it right now, but I guarantee you, if you go home tonight and talk to your parents about the presentation, they will tell you about somebody, if not one or more people in your family or very close friends that have been affected. You might even know someone off the top of your head right now. So not everyone's going to be able to raise money, and that is okay. It's a very crazy year out there this year. But for those of you that want to, that's greatly appreciated. And the thank you gifts will be all over the school. And so you can kind of see those things. But fifth grade, or is anybody here in student council, or has anyone been in student council before? Oh, perfect. Okay. What I was going to say is that you might not be so much interested in all the little things like the little kids are. Some of you can. That's great. I love that too. But if you're not, a lot of times the reason that kids your age want to partner with us and participate is leadership, which is a big thing about student council. And you'll see on the video that one of the characters this year, the theme is leadership. And also, I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, we're only in fifth grade, but it's going to be right around the corner that you're filling out college applications. And it looks really good when you've been partnered with American Heart Association. You've done some community service. And so that's kind of what student council represents. So even if you're not this year and maybe you have an opportunity next year, we're just kind of thinking about those opportunities, now that you're in fifth grade. Okay. So again, if everyone could just go and register and take one of the challenges, our goal at Westville is for everyone to have a red wristband. Okay. No matter if you raise money, it doesn't have to be. We just want you to take the challenge. Our goal for our class is if we can be one of the top 6 classes, so the most people registered, then our teacher gets a $25 Amazon gift card, which I'm sure she would appreciate this year with all the expenses that we have coming out of our own pocket. So if we can be the top class, that would be awesome. But our goal as Westville Elementary is just to get everyone registered. So when you're with your family and you guys are going online, there's a lot of opportunities besides taking that challenge. You can get healthy recipes, maybe cook a healthy meal as a family, or just kind of learning different ways that as a family you guys can do stuff. Maybe moving more, exercising, maybe just taking the pet for a walk. It's a beautiful day out. I know the snow is melting, but at least it's warm. So just kind of getting out there and moving and doing stuff with our family. Okay. So again, we're gonna watch the video talking about the challenge. You might think it's immature, and that's okay. It's only 2 minutes, so it's not very long. But I just kind of wanted you guys to see the characters and what they represent this year. Because I think the messages are most important for 5th grade. You watch that?
Hey
Thank you.
everyone. If you thought last year's Kids Heart Challenge was a blast, just wait until you meet this year's all-new cast of Heart.
Please forgive this emergency interruption. I assure you there's nothing wrong with your device. My name is Agent KHC, and I'm communicating with you from a secure, undisclosed location. I'm sorry to say that several new members of the Heart Hero team seem to have recently vanished from Hartsville. I believe they've been taken into custody and are being held somewhere secret. That's right. Someone has literally stolen our hearts. Hiker, a natural leader. Journey, so kind to others. Dash, a high-energy dancing dynamo. Sam, the martial arts expert and sworn enemy of tobacco. Ty, the swimming, surfing champion of water. And Tay, who's always looking to lend a helping hand. They even have this dog, Scout. From what I've been able to piece together, they are being held here in what appears to be a secret hideout under the school, a sophisticated underground lair. Our spy sensors indicate they're being held in some sort of energy field. Without these heart heroes in play, the fight against heart disease is missing some valuable assets. Fortunately, I have a team of recruits who have been preparing for just such an emergency. Their mission is to infiltrate the hideout and find a way to rescue these new heart heroes. They'll have to look for clues and overcome obstacles using their individual talents, along with skills they've acquired from years of training in the Kids Heart Challenge. I just hope they can do it in time. Good luck, Muscle.
So that's the mission, obviously. Like I said, so I know the little kids are like super excited about that, but why I wanted you guys to watch it is mostly just for the messages that each of the characters represents, like moving more, being kind, helping others. You guys probably know this, but if you think about it, when you're kind to other people and you help other people, it makes you feel good inside. It makes them feel good. And when you feel positive, your heart is just going to be less stressed out and it's going to be much healthier. So it takes a lot less effort to be kind and help other people than to be crummy to people, doesn't it? So, so our goal is for everybody to get the red wristband. In the class, we can be a top. That would be awesome. And then, of course, the goal for the school. And so somebody has already done that. Is Abigail here? Kelsey? Oh, there she's right up front. So Abigail has already gone online, taken the challenge. So here you go, sister. Thank you so much. I mean, there's a little something special in the office for you too. The reason why Abigail may have already gone online is during Heart Month, which is February, Valentine's Day, National Heart Month, we sent out emails to families that have participated and partnered with us before. And so she probably got that email, her family, and we said that if she were to go online and take the challenge before the assembly, she'd get us a little something special. So that's in the office for you that Miss Williams will get you. So can we give her a round of applause? Thank you. Again, it didn't take much for her and her family to go online. Do you remember the challenge you took or no? That's okay. That's all right. I know it's like lunchtime's coming up. I know. So I hope that everybody has an awesome Kids Heart Challenge. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And thank you so much for your time. I know that you guys have a lot going on. So thank you so much. Oh, I have a quick question for you guys. Did you have a question? Real quick. Saw that? Right here, the keychains, those are the things you can earn. So we weren't going to go over those because the fifth grade, we're kind of not going through those little things, but they were all the same ones that you can earn. So you can just look at your envelope when you get that on Friday, or look at the posters around the school and you can kind of see which one. So thank you for mentioning that. Real quick, can anybody tell me real quick off the top of your head, what is one thing that we can do to stay healthy when we're in fifth grade so we have a long, healthy life?
You can, instead of like smoking or using tobacco, don't use tobacco.
Perfect. And that's the first person all day that said that. I wish I had a special something for you because that's probably one of the best ones I've heard all day. Congratulations. Thank you. Now, the reason why I brought my cell phone, I wanted to show you guys, and I apologize. I have no service here, but does that not surprise you? Okay. But I wanted to real quick, I forgot about the app. The app is super important. So you all know the online is super easy to do, but if you go on the app with a smartphone, the Kids Heart Challenge app, Not only can you do all the things that we talked about, taking the challenge, sending out emails, all that fun stuff, but you can also see all those characters come to life in 3D, like the virtual reality. So it's something extra kind of fun. Again, I wanted to kind of go around and show you guys, and I apologize, I can't do that today, but you can see those on your phone, or if you're going to use somebody else's. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of the day. Good question, good answer. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've never done this before. How can you get on the device?
So, on Friday, you guys are going to have information to go home. So all the information will be to go home. Also, Mrs. Siddig and Mrs. Jones and I, we got information from in our email that we're going to email to your parents. But Friday, if you're an in-person student, you're going to get like a little packet envelope thing that'll give you all the information. And also your parents are going to get the information in their emails. Okay. So if you're if you're a virtual student, thanks for participating in that. Surprise. Miss Knife loves a surprise. So, any other questions about that? Do you know how to get on HMH, or are you just chilling, Matthew? Because if you need help, you gotta ask someone, okay? Like Olivia, help them out. All right. So, any questions about the thing that we just participated in? Yes, no, maybe so. If not, I'm gonna continue on. Like I said, yes, Connor.
When I say like a $25 gift card, does it only go to the teacher?
Yeah, it only goes to the teacher. Yes, Abigail.
Is there something to pick up in the office for the?
Yeah, not right now. You can get it today, okay? There is an app for that. Like I said, Eden, I have information in my email, and I'll be emailing it to your parents soon. And then I'll probably also include you guys in the email too, because I just put students and peeps. And then you go to assignments, Matthew, and then it should be there, because I'm pretty sure I added you to my roster. If not, I can help you. So, yeah, there is an app. It's called the American Kids Heart Challenge Association. I don't remember what it's called. She was talking fast. But anyways, I'm going to email the information home to your parents and to you guys. If you're in Mrs. Siddig's class, she'll email the information home to you guys. If you're an in-person student, you'll also get some stuff on Friday. Okay? What? Connor, unless you have something that is actually meaningful to say, please have our voice off. Also, I should not be able to see your nose. Your mask should be covering your mouth and your nose. That is part of the procedure. All right, back to this. We probably won't finish everything today, and that's okay. So anyways, we were talking about the stage directions, and the stage directions tell us what to do if we were to actually act it out. And we do not read the stage directions aloud because they're how someone's moving. If it says move left, don't say move left. It just means that Mrs. Kneifel moves left. All right, and then many plays include a theme or lesson learned by the main character. I do not know what the app is, Elijah. I am going to email the information home to you guys. I do not remember what she said. I've never been on it. So tomorrow, actually, well, now we're not going to be able to finish it, but this week we are going to work on finding a theme or a lesson. I feel like we haven't been finding theme too much in our lives, and we need to find more theme. So that is something we will be working on this week, is finding a theme or finding a lesson. And what does that mean when I say finding a theme, or what lesson are they what does that mean? Trying to teach us about math? What lesson? When I say about the lesson, what are we talking about, Dylan?
Finding what the person learned.
Yeah, finding what the person's in the story. Remember, authors normally are trying to teach us, whether they're trying to teach us to be kind or to drink more water, or I don't know what else they're trying to teach us, but there's going to be something that this story is going to teach us. So it is called Living Green, and maybe we can get through the actual play part and then discuss it more tomorrow. So there's Eva, Bo, Grace, and Mr. Chen. The problem is if you volunteer to read, you have to be really, really loud because the people at home have to be able to hear you. So I'm going to be Grace because I want to be Grace. Mark, you're going to be Bo, nice and loud. Olivia, you're going to be Eva, nice and loud. And Mr. Chen is going to be Jaden, okay? So there's only 4 people, so it's not like everyone could be a person. So we're just going to try to read through this today, and then maybe tomorrow is when we'll answer questions, and we'll barely work through it because we only have about 15 more minutes.
Hello.
So today we're just going to actually read the play, and then tomorrow we'll go through it. So Eva is Olivia. Mark is Bo. I am Grace. Jaden is Mr. Chen. Mia. No. The theme is what the author is trying to teach you about, or the lesson. The main idea was that we should water our plants more. The theme or the lesson may be that plants need our help and that we should water them more. Okay? So, Eva, start us off. Remember, we do not read stage directions. Remember, you should be following along with us.
Whoa, we've been playing this game for an hour. We haven't
You know, I have to do it right now.
the final version of our reduced, reused, recycled poster for Miss Garcia's class.
Okay, just saying. I have walking in the background, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to hear. No big deal. We know a lot about conversation, conserve. I can't even talk right now.
Conservation.
Conservation and sustainable living and stuff. We're very environmentally conscious. This will be easy, Eva. Can you get a new piece of poster board from the package? That package?
Are we really environmentally conscious? I mean,
Of course we are. Are you implying that we aren't?
well, we've read a lot about environmental topics in school, but has it changed what we do? Do our actions contradict our words?
My family recycles.
And I turn off the water while I brush my teeth.
Yeah, those are great things to do, but they're just a start. Maybe we need to think about the impact of everything we do. Like the new piece of poster board, instead of using a new one, why don't we just turn over the board and we use to make a draft and make the final version on the other side? No one will even see the original side because it will be on the wall. Reuse.
Yeah, okay, but that's so.
I know, it seems so minor, but all these little things every day, year after year, they add up. Think about all the energy and resources that is going into cutting down the trees, manufacturing the paper, transporting the paper to stores.
But we're only in 5th grade. It isn't like we can't change the. I said that wrong. It's not like we can change the world.
I used to think that too, but we won't be kids forever. And we're role models for the little kids. My little sister mimics everything I do. Everything.
I guess maybe we can. Maybe we have to change our. What does Mrs. Garcia call it? Mindset?
Yeah, maybe our poster should focus on that. Some ideas that aren't too obvious.
Like. Oh, here's an idea. You know how the water is cold when you first turn it on in the shower, so you have to let it run a little bit before you get in? Instead of wasting that water, catch it in a container to use it for watering plants. My mom has so many plants, and they need a lot of water.
Hey, that's good. Reduce. And here's another reduce. Instead of turning up the heat when you get a little chilly, put a sweater or a hoodie. Put on a sweater or a hoodie.
Good idea. My brother wears a t-shirt all winter, and then he turns up the heat when he gets because he's cold. Not smart.
And what about all the stuff we have? I have so much junk in my room that I'm usually tripping over, and my mom is always making me cleaning it up.
Me too. Most of the stuff I really wanted because I saw it in the past or because my friends had it. Now I hardly ever use most of it.
Exactly, and it took a lot of energy and resources to make all that stuff we don't use. If we buy less stuff, we save energy. Reduce. Plus, we can save a lot of money or spend it on movies.
And if you already have too much stuff, you can donate it, reuse, or is that recycling?
I'm running out to the supermarket, but I'll be back in 30 minutes.
Okay, Dad. So let's get this poster finished. Uh-oh, the glue stick all used up. Well, my dad can drive us to the store after dinner.
Then you'd have to make another trip to the park. That means burning more gas. Mindset, remember?
Right, mindset. Hi, Dad. Can you buy a glue stick while you're at the store? And I couldn't find the scissors. Could you buy a new pair? Actually, forget the scissors. I know they're here somewhere. I'll just look harder.
Mindset.
Right. And I think we have some great new ideas for the poster. Now help me find those scissors.
All right, good job, people that participated. Landon, you need to put on your mask, right? You guys are clapping for me too. Go, Mrs. Kneifel. Okay. All right. So, yeah, that's okay, Mark. You did a good job. All right, so right now, I don't want to really dive in deep to the story. We're going to do that tomorrow. But right now, I want us to find maybe a little bit of more informal dialogue within our story. Maybe a little bit of informal dialogue. I'm going to start us off with line 13. Bo said, I guess maybe we can change there's like a pause, ... What does Mrs. Garcia call it? Mindset. Normally in stories, we don't see that ... right? So this is showing us like the natural pause. Sometimes when we're talking, we can't think of what we're going to say, so we pause, just like in real life. So that is a little bit of informal. That ... is signifying a pause, and that wouldn't be in a normal narrative story. So line 13 is a example of some informal dialogue. Does anyone else have another little bit of informal dialogue? Olivia, you want to give it a try?
Line 15, when Bo goes like, and then it shows those ...
Right. And raise your hand if you say like 100 times a day. Lots of us say like a lot, and that is totally fine. That is definitely an informal thing. Normally, in regular narratives, a person isn't like that is what Bo was doing. He was saying like, and then he had this big pause because he was trying to think. So that is another good example, Olivia, of informal dialogue. That is definitely something that wouldn't be in a normal narrative. Does anyone else have another form of informal narrative? Dylan?
Mr. Chef 22. I'm running out to the supermarket. Oh, I'll be back in 30 minutes.
All right, yeah. Hey, he's just running to the supermarket, Bo. I'll be back in 30 minutes. He wasn't like, okay, I'm going to leave the house now. You guys are going to be alone. He's literally just like he's talking to his kid. Hey, run to the supermarket, Bo. Be back in 30 minutes. He's going out, right? It wasn't a big, long, dramatic thing. It would be just like if your parents said they were walking out to water their garden and they're coming back in. Another one I kind of thought of was, it's number 6. It says frowning, my family recycles. Even though we don't read that frowning part, think about how you talk. Lots of times you make facial expressions before you speak, which shows a little bit of, if we were actually acting it out, you would see how informal it is, because the person isn't just happy-go-lucky smiling. She's like kind of pouting, frowning, like, my family recycles. So that's a little bit informal with the motion there. Olivia?
Another one is paragraph 9. When Bo goes, yeah, okay, but that's so, and then Grace cuts her off.
Right. In real life, do we cut each other off all the time? Yeah, you guys cut me off all the time. That is definitely real life. So 9 and 10, Bo is speaking, and then he's like, that's so, and then boom, Grace is just right on in, cutting him off. So that is definitely a form of informal. And then also at the very end, 26, Grace and Eva say the same thing at the same time. In normal narratives, one person's talking at a time, but during a play or in real life, people can speak at the same time, right? Sometimes they say things in unison or things like that. So there are definitely lots of good informal examples here. So tomorrow, I know we still are a few minutes early, but sometimes we just can't shove everything in one day. We're having a nice, simple week. So tomorrow, we're going to dive in deeper with this story, and we are going to find a theme of the story. If you were at home learner, you probably don't have it, but everyone here, before Christmas break, you were given a tiny little card that told you how to find themes, so find that by tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're going to practice finding theme. So right now, we still have 6 minutes left in reading class, which means you have 6 minutes to A, finish your vocabulary homework that is due by 8 a.m. tomorrow, or B, you can read for AR. Those are your only 2 choices. If you are joining online, thank you so much. I'll see you later. Landon, why are you on my meet? Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
I still have the idea in my mind. Don't worry. I'm not going to